Bradley for Redmond. Barry, who really has had a fantastic year, gets away from Cullen, and now look at Morris. He just loves to come forward. Started the year as a cornerback, but he got forward so much and gets forward so much they moved him out to the half-back line. Matty Ford, that's a beaut. What a start for Wexford, what a start for Matty Ford. In front of Hill 16, Wexford have settled. Where are the pre-match nerves? They're not in evidence with Matty Ford. Conal Keaney spotting the run of Alan Brogan. Niall Murphy has him, and Brogan has levelled it up. If Matty Ford's point was good, that one just as good from Alan Brogan, the captain. And Masterson's turn to try and vary the kick-out. He made a mess of that, making it very difficult for Brian Malone. They've secured possession, though. Colin Morris drifting all over that half-back line. Almost like a fireman putting out fires and winning possession back wherever he's needed. That's a Wexford line ball. Oh, now, that was right in front of the linesman.
Well, it looked like an elbow.
It certainly did.
A stray elbow.
That was Thomas Howland. Barry Cahill to Mossy Quinn, the defender behind him. Hand on the back, foul by Brian Malone. Free in right on the 45-metre line. Normally pretty good from this sort of distance, but they have dropped a fair few short, the Dublin attackers. 2 points apiece. Keaney has struck that well. He struck it extremely well and sails over with a few yards to spare. And Dublin hit the front for the first time in the 08 Leinster final. Distance put on that, they go long to Brogan, who for once got away from Niall Murphy. Now it's Diarmuid Connolly. Connolly around the corner to put some daylight between themselves and Wexford. They lead by 4 points to 2. And that was more effective from the favourites. Direct football, simple football. Banville couldn't hang on to it. Taken away from him by Collie Moran. Another important intervention from Moran, even though Banville is having the better in the foot race between the two. Clever from Alan Brogan. Quinn. Murphy had to come in and commit himself, and Brogan is free. Brogan into Jason Sherlock. They move it wide to Connolly. Connolly, and Sherlock takes the point. A 2-point game. Again, they seem to have taken too much out of that. They were thinking goal initially, but happy with the point.
Well, now that really shows the maturity of the Dublin forward line and how they have improved bit by bit as the years have gone by. Very good point for Dublin. Really good team score.
Midfield, Wexford knew they were going to have to at least have parity. Whelan is starting to motor, so is Shane Ryan, and Ryan's still going. Backs himself right, and that is a fabulous point by Shane Ryan. Kieran Whelan naturally takes a lot of the limelight, but this guy gets through an amount of work, and they now lead by 7 points to 4, going through the gears, and Wexford in a sticky patch. Eric Bradley. Big gap between midfield and the full forward line, and that's for Matty Ford, and he's got it from David Henry. Now Colin Morris. And Matty Ford around again, made the space for himself. Ford, brilliant. If they can get him the ball, well, that's the trick for Wexford. You need to get the ball more to Matty Ford. Philip Wallace, the fullback, and his centre-back is David Murphy. Needed to take that on first time. Plenty of Wexford players around looking for the ball. Redmond, Barry. Barry dinks that in to Matty Ford. He's got it again, lays it off to Eric Bradley. Bradley for Wexford, good point. Matty Ford, the provider that time, bringing his teammates into the play. Oh, brilliant. That's another one of his trademarks. And here's a trademark run from Shane Ryan. Ryan trying to get away from Thomas Howland, lets it off to Connolly. Connolly just about got the point. Dropping it over. His heart in his mouth. And they need something pretty remarkable to happen if those fans are going to have something to smile about. Colfer back to Kieran Ling. Won't be happy to go with the right boot. It's Paddy Colfer and Rory Stafford. Stafford drills that through, and Cluxton got lucky with that. Bangle was in, and Cluxton manages to beat it away. Wexford do need a goal. Ryan Flynn just wasn't convinced he was going to get there. Ryan had eyes only for the ball, and Wexford are getting stretched again. Alan Brogan Brogan lets it off to Jason Sherlock. Sherlock spins. Jason Sherlock, sensible, takes the point. Wexford are in real bother.
This game is boxed. Dublin are just marching through them now. The tackling and the defending and the marking has disappeared. And they're just tying a ribbon around this one now.
Kieran Whelan to Conal Keeney. Keeney for Alan Brogan, and he had a yard or two, that's all he needs. Connolly is inside, goal chance for Dublin. They're on the verge and on the way to 4 in a row, 116 to 7 points. Connolly has got his goal, and Dublin are tearing Wexford to shreds. Brogan wins again. Brian Malone is in real trouble at cornerback for Wexford. Brogan is on his way. Another goal perhaps? No, he dragged it wide. Ready to pull the trigger. Wexford's last score in this match, the 33rd minute of the first half. It's been a bleak second half for them, but you have to admire the way Dublin have just blown them away. And they ain't finished yet. They're in again. That is 4 in a row. Wexford are gone. Alan Brogan.
You have to credit a nice inside ball from Barry Cahill. Ball again on the floor. Brilliant finish. And now it's absolutely over.
Dublin are not finished by any manner of means. Collie Moran further out the field now. This places the pass. David Murphy with the mistake, but they got away with it. Not getting away with it now. Mark Vaughan, third goal. The referee may blow it up now.
Well, you'd have to say Wexford don't deserve this sort of annihilation on Leinster final day. Them's the breaks today, I'm afraid.
Barry Cahill. Again, they just glide through the gears. Mark Vaughan, a goal already to his name. Philip Wallace there, and Barry Cahill, another point.
It's too easy.
Just 3 points down at half-time. They were in with a big shout, but Dublin in a completely different league to them in the second half. And the forwards have had serious fun here, no pressure at all. Collie Moran didn't start as a forward, and even scoring a point on his right boot. It's been a bad day for Wexford, and they're invading the pitch from all corners. The match still being played.
Oh, blow it up, Ref.
Fans on the park, and he takes the sensible and makes the sensible decision. The only option open to him, a pitch invasion here, which I'm sure there will be a lot of talk about in the hours and days ahead. It's a low-key and a disappointing end to the match, and what the Dublin supporters, they've just seen their team destroy a side who were going to really put it up to them, we thought, in this match. And Dublin are Leinster champions for the 4th time in a row. They'll be delighted this evening, but that cup will be put on the sideboard. Leinster champions for the 47th time.